Keep it right there, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that's John P. Key. That's not even Luther no more. We are back at it again. You see my friend. This is Hayes Salma is what they call me. Let's get straight into it. Again, I'm inspired by watching Luther Vandross documentary, Never Too Much. Please go watch that. But we're going to watch his Always and Forever, sing Always and Forever, and watch a 1995 interview. With that being said, let's go.
We're proud to present Mr. Luther Vandross performing his hit, Always and Forever. Ladies and gentlemen, Luther Vandross.
Yeah! Is it me, or does that look like the America's Funniest Home Video set a little bit? A little bit? Okay, I'm tripping. My bad.
Always and forever.
Wow.
Each moment with you, yeah. It's just like a dream to me.
Wow.
That somehow came true, yeah. And I know tomorrow will still be the same.
Woo.
'Cause we've got a life of love,
Yeah.
that won't ever change. Every day, love me your own special way. Melt all my heart away with a smile. Yeah. Take time to tell me you really care, and we'll share tomorrow.
Come on, Luther.
Forever.
Oh, he went a different route with it. I thought forever. He went a different route. Okay. I'm trying to follow Luther. Okay. All right. Okay. Sometimes I love people that don't try to sing it. And I love people that don't do covers and just try to sing it like the originals. Like, if you're going to sing it like the original, I might as well just listen to the original. But yeah, okay. I know he's going to go up somewhere in this song, though. I don't think he's going to keep it right there. Yeah. I don't think he's going to do that. But let's see.
Take time to tell me you really care.
Yeah.
And we'll share tomorrow forever.
Ooh, yeah.
Ever. There'll always be sunshine when I look at you. Yeah, it's something I can't explain. Just the things that you do, babe. And if you get lonely, yeah, call me and take a second to give to me that magic you made. And every day, love me your own special way. Melt all my heart away with a smile. Take time to tell me you really care, and we'll share tomorrow together. Oh, baby, I'll always love you.
I knew it was coming.
Forever.
Hold on. What was that?
Yes, I will. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby.
Ooh, baby.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Forever. It'll be ever, ever, ever. Guess I'm the one who, guess I'm the one who loves you. Always and forever. I love
First of all, you know Luther chilling today. There was a chill day today because usually Luther got on some type of sequence, some slacks. Luther in jeans. You know he chilling today. Like Luther in jeans? But man, what happened to singers having like their own signature, like, I don't know, almost like I don't know, it's not a catchphrase, but like their own style. But yeah, I was like, who sings that? Who originally sings that? That is Heat. Heat. I'm not that familiar with Heat, like, in terms of like all their songs, but that was written by Rod Temperton? Get the fuck out of here! Wait, what? Yeah, song Rod Temperton, bro. Nah, we might have to do a deep dive on Rod Temperton, bro. You writing for Michael? You writing for... Man, what was you going through? All right, my bad. Yeah, Luther always and forever, man. He will always and forever be one of the greatest of all time. And now, not only did we get a performance, but now we get a live interview. I don't know who this lady is. No disrespect, but shout out to that performance, man. But now let's get to the interview now.
Okay, relax, relax.
How are you?
I'm well, thank you. Boy, they just love you. This album is a bunch of songs that Luther Vandross just loves, and his some of all-time favorite. And by the way, it just got 4 Grammy nominations. You know, when you sing, because I know you played the piano and you started when you were 3 years old, but I noticed that there are very few people who, when they sing, it's as easy as it is for you. When you learn to sing, when you take piano, it's kind of hard. You got to work at it.
Right.
But for you, it just, to me, looks like singing is as easy for you as talking is for the rest of us. It just kind of...
Right.
Well, you know, it does look easy.
Yeah.
But to tell you, see, I don't like to fly, and so I took a 16-hour bus ride in the snow yesterday, from New York.
Well, we would have gone with you if we'd known, huh?
And, sometimes the elements factor into how your voice does. Your voice does what the rest of your body does. If your body's fatigued, then your voice is going to be fatigued. So the idea is to make it look easy. You always have to feel that it looks easy. If it doesn't look easy, then I'm not really doing my job.
It looks like hot knife through a butter for you. It just looks like it just slides out like that, doesn't it?
Now, what kind of butter? Is that unsalted butter or the regular? Or is it I can't believe it's not butter? Or is it margarine? No.
Like, it's gonna be unpopular. I do not like butter. I do not like butter on nothing. Nothing. For your love, I could do anything just to see. All right, my bad. I was hearing nothing. Stevie Wonder. Yeah, I do not like butter. But that's crazy. Like, Luther, you afraid to fly? Luther afraid to fly? Okay, I get it. I haven't been on a plane a lot in my life, so I'm not one to judge. But okay, yeah, 16 hours. Wow, that's commitment right there, boy.
cutting this kind of stuff? We were talking about the fact that you did take a long bus ride up because you are a little bit afraid of flying. And it's not the actual, I was surprised, you told me it's not that the plane's going to crash. No. It's not that you're going to die. No. It's that the turbulence.
The sensation of, see, the whole scenario.
You don't like
Oh, no, I can't stand being bounced and tossed. And then what happens is the seatbelt sign goes on and the flight attendant's running down the aisle, a wig is all crooked, you know, and it's like, oh, no, not 20 minutes of this, you know. I can't take it. I'd rather take the bus.
But what happened? You said something happened that started this for you when you were with Jimmy Bowie?
With David Bowie,
David Bowie, sorry.
I was,
Jimmy Bowie, wow. Wow. We're going to disrespect David Bowie like that? But yeah, I didn't know. Let them do the story. I did not.
Bowie, I don't know. Okay, sorry.
Wow, you don't know. Who is this? Hold on. Reeling the years. Do you know who Davey Bowie? Like, it's funny. You know, it's funny. My mom was like, yeah, I'm not really a David Bowie person like me either. I don't know. But at least I know the name though. I wasn't gonna mess with the name. I might not know the songs. But I'm not messing with it. Like, I know that at least.
Yeah. Jimmy Bowie's a butcher in Beverly Hills.
And he was on a flight with me once.
Yeah, he was on the flight. Sure.
You know, I developed my fear of flying. We were touring so much. That was my first touring experience. Right. And flying that much, I didn't know how I would react to it. And I didn't react great, you know. And it was like every day on another plane. And you know, it would be different if the plane can fly high, there's less of a chance of turbulence. But if the plane has to fly low, you're caught up in the same clouds that you go through to get away from it. And these were all short hops, you know, from Kalamazoo to some other city in Virginia or something like that. So the planes were always small and they were always bumpy. Oh, yeah.
So this brings me to my next question. If you don't like this turbulence and being, you know, shaken up like that, what are you doing living in Beverly Hills?
Oh, please.
What are you waiting for? Were you there when the quake happened?
I was there. It was 4:30 in the morning.
You must have been out of your mind.
Oh, I was. What
flight are we on? What flight are we on?
That's right. It shook so badly. I was, and I jumped.
Okay, so yeah. So I didn't know, watching the documentary, I didn't know he was with David Bowie, like he was his backup singer. And I'm like, wait a minute. First of all, I didn't know Luther Vandross' history. So I didn't know, like, for the first half of his career, he was writing songs for other people, writing singing jingles, and singing backup for a lot of higher profile artists. I didn't know, like, he made most of his living being a backup singer till the 80s came. So I was like, David Bowie though? I would never have thought, like, even though, again, I'm not a big David Bowie fan, cause I haven't got familiar with his songs. Rest in peace to him. But I'm just like, I would have never thought David Bowie. So now that got me more interested to hear David Bowie's songs, because if he has soulful singers like that, then he must have soulful music. So I thought he was a rock guy or like a pop guy. So, but yeah, like, just the more you know, right? Like, go watch that documentary, man. I'm telling you, never too much.
Up out of the bed, and I, ran out of my room, because they say stand in a doorway, and I stood, and I went to run and stand in a doorway, and I passed by this mirror, and to this day, I don't know what was more upsetting, the earthquake or the sight of me in my underwear passing by that mirror. I stopped and I looked and I said, oh! I forgot the house was shaking, but it was really.
Stop it.
My hair was like John Fish.
I did not know Luther is such a personality. I did not know this. Again, like, Luther is just. And before people or the media, whoever can get to the joke, he'll get to the joke first. We'll get to that. We'll get to that too. His weight thing. We'll get to that.
Oh, that's funny. But that must have been, a lot of people, I know people who thought they were going to die. They thought, okay, this is it. It's over for me.
It's a very serious matter. And, I feel lucky because I was able to get out and leave that day. But a lot of people have to stay there and tough it out. And then there are these things called aftershocks, which to the civilian is just another earthquake. When they say, we had 20 aftershocks today. No. We had 20 earthquakes today. Yeah. Exactly. So it's just hard to deal with, So I bought an apartment in New York.
Good move. They say that your house in Beverly Hills, that they say some extraordinary things, like they say the walls are made of Lalique crystal? Or were before the shake. I don't know if they're
yeah. No, the walls are leather, but the dining room tables are Lalique crystal.
Woo.
Yeah.
The walls are leather. What? No, I wish I could see this now.
Floor, one of the floors has special sand in it, brought in from the Sudan.
Granite. It's granite.
From
Yeah,
the Sudan?
it's, solid granite. It's very heavy. We had to put in beams underneath the floor to support the weight of the floor itself.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Otherwise, if you're standing downstairs, you get a very messed up head as the table comes down on you.
You bought an apartment in New York? Are you thinking of moving to New York?
I love L.A. Because I love to drive. I love to get in the car. And L.A. is great because it's more suburban in a way. Beverly Hills, you get into your motor car, you get into your car. If you forget, something, you can get into the car and drive back and get it. In New York, you have to get in an elevator, go down, 15 stories and go through the cold
and
the
you don't
snow.
take a car in New York anywhere.
Yeah. It's a bad thing for cars in New York.
So you're going to spend some time in New York, some time in L.A.?
In L.A., yeah.
Do you travel most of the year anyway? Or you kind of?
I do. Yeah.
You kind of sad?
Well, just because...
all that time in a bus all year round?
Especially the ride from New York to London. Oh! That ocean can be treacherous sometimes.
Those floats on that bus.
Please. But I travel a lot. I enjoy it. I don't spend as much time at home. See, I love being at home, watching Oprah, watching The Price is Right. I just love the regular stuff, and I don't get quite enough time to do it.
Okay, let's get to this right now. What's your favorite, morning? I remember in the morning, used to be, I don't know if they're still doing now because I don't watch cable like that. But, what's your favorite game, morning game show? It's different from nighttime. What's your favorite morning game show? I think, for me, it probably would be Price is Right. Yeah, it probably would be Price is Right. I think morning Price is Right. Afternoon would be... I didn't really care for Jeopardy like that, I'm not going to lie. Probably Wheel of Fortune, I would think. Probably Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, so, morning, Price is Right, evening, Wheel of Fortune. My go-to, game shows. Definitely grown up. So, R.P. Alex Trebek. Shout out to, I forget the brother that did Wheel of Fortune. He just stopped doing it. So, but man, what a time to be alive. TV was so good back in the day. Before streaming and all that. Before YouTube and...
Or there's always something pending. You know how you can't rest? If you want to take a period of time off, but you know that in 3 days you have to do this major thing, it doesn't really allow you to rest. For the 3 days. You need sort of to have an open-ended thing. But, that's show business. This is the life and the career I chose, and I wouldn't want to do anything else, sing for the people.
We're happy you chose it. It's working out. The inside of this album, you dedicate it to the memory of your sister, Pat.
Yeah.
And it doesn't, I was looking very carefully, it didn't tell us how you lost your sister.
Well, I don't talk about it much, but she died 2 years ago from cancer. And it was very sudden and very traumatic, and I can barely look at my nieces because they look so much like her. I can barely, talk to them because they sound like her. And, so I'm trying to get better, and I have to be there for them, so I have to teach myself, to be strong with it all. But it's a terrible thing that if it happens to anyone, it's terrible,
You've picked 10 songs from this album, 10 of your... 10 of your favorites, your all-time favorites, and some of them have wonderful stories behind it, like "Killing Me Softly." How you?
Oh yeah.
You sang that how many times? You think with Roberta Flack?
Ooh, for years.
Yeah.
I was a background singer for Roberta.
Right.
And
didn't know that.
What happened is that sometimes she would have interviews to do, and she couldn't come to sound checks. So I would test out her microphone. And one day she was sitting in the lighting man was testing the lights, and the house was dark. The theater was dark, and she was sitting in the dark theater listening to me sing her song. And she came over and she said, as much as I would love to have you continue singing background for me, I really think that you ought to pursue your own career, and you're getting too comfortable sitting on the chair singing ooh and ah. She said
Right.
She said, but
spread your wings and go fly.
Yeah, and go fly, And she's who pushed me. She was very important and instrumental in me getting my first record done.
That is amazing. you don't really hear stories like that to where usually it's the inverse. Like you have artists or entertainers that keep people in a box, and because they're so good, they keep them there. But Roberta heard Luther and like, wait a minute, no, you gotta be on your own, blood. Like you gotta, no blood, you gotta be on your own. Like you gotta do your own thing. Like nah. Like that is just so, man. Shout out to Roberta Flack. I gotta react to Roberta Flack. There's this video of her and Michael Jackson. Oh my God, we might have to do that like right after this. Remind me to do Roberta, Michael Jackson. I'm probably gonna do it in the same video right here instead of separating it. I'm gonna do it in the same video. Remind me when I end this interview. Remind me. But yeah, I did not know Luther sang backup for Roberta Flack. I'm like, what? And like, there was a time they showed in the documentary, like there were times where he would like Roberta would kind of give him the ability to like kind of show out when usually the background supposed to stay the background, but Luther kind of got to be like the lead backup, like singing for Roberta. But like, yeah, like, and shout out to Roberta Flack. Again, I gotta find out her story because I feel like we don't ever talk about Roberta Flack at all, who made Killing Me Softly, which is like one of the most famous songs. And people probably don't even know her version. They know the Fugees versions, which I love the Fugees, but yeah. That was just a crazy fact. Like, journeys of artists is just, the more you know, man.
I suppose that kind of a yin and yang thing, you'd be really anxious to finally test your own wings, but it would be a little scary if you get kind of comfortable doing something else to...
Yeah.
I kind of like it back here. It's easy, but...
Yeah, it was like regret and relief at the same time.
Yeah.
You know, I loved the people who I was singing with, and I loved Roberta. You know, I mean, she's fabulous. She lets you do your thing. Yeah. So, you know, I didn't want to leave her, but I got to see her anyway, but in a different context, you know. And I went and signed with Epic Records in 1980.
Hey.
And it's been 15 years now that I've been on the label making records. This is
album number 10. What are you smiling at?
How thin I look.
Well, you know, we all battle, and I went to the gym yesterday, and, you know.
Really?
Yeah.
I passed the gym too yesterday.
Did you pass it?
I did. Isn't it? It's down around.
Yo, I love Luther, son. Yo, that's my man, son. Yo, that's my man's right there. You're like, y'all passed the gym too yesterday. Yeah. This my dog right here, bro. Don't let anybody say anything bad about Luther. I will jump them, like, respectfully. Like, what? He said I passed the gym too yesterday.
On the label making records.
What?
This is
Album number 10. What are you smiling at?
How thin I look.
Well, you know, we all battle, and I went to the gym yesterday, and, you know.
Really?
Yeah.
I passed the gym too yesterday.
Did you pass it?
I did. Isn't it? It's down around.
Did you see that side? Luther, get in here. Well, you look wonderful.
Thank you.
You sound amazing, We're going to take a break.
My mom said she loves him at this weight. Like, he ain't really big. He ain't small. Like, my mom like, yo, we want a doc. My mom kept saying during the doc, you're like, yeah, I like him at this weight right here. Like, Luther should have kept this weight. I'm like, okay, yeah, okay. Like the Three Little Pigs, or no, is it not the Three Little Pigs? The Goldilocks in the Three Bears, like, not too big. Yeah, that's funny.
When we come back, some of these people are just dying to ask you a question, so we're going to let them ask questions right after this. Mr. Luther Vandross in just a second.
Yeah.
We're back with Guess Who? And we have a lot of questions from the audience for Luther Vandross.
Hi, Luther. Who's the person you most admire and respect?
Ooh.
Who's the person in general?
Yeah.
Well, I would have to say my mother.
Yeah. Me too.
You know, the way she raised me, I don't feel anything negative towards people. I don't harbor dark thoughts. And I think that's a direct result of how she raised us.
Now, your mother was on her own from the time you were 8 years old because you lost your dad. She had to raise 4 kids and kept you and raised you all with this incredible sense of no dark thoughts at all.
Yeah.
What a woman.
Yeah. She's an incredible woman.
Yeah.
Wow.
You were raised in Manhattan, in the Manhattan Projects?
Yes, yes.
She did her research. See, even though she didn't know David Bowie, either she did her research or she knew enough to, that she's killing this. I don't know who Sis is, my bad. But like she is killing it right now. I've never seen her before in my life, but she did her research for real. Like she's adding in her 2 cents, right? Like, bro, shout out to Sis. But I would be so nervous to ask. I don't know. Like, what do you ask Luther Vandross? Like, I'll be so nervous. Like, I'm like, old girl was nervous. You can tell, and I don't blame her because like, what do you ask Luther? That probably would have been my question. Like, what inspires you, or what makes you want to write music? Like, probably would be what my number one question I would ask. Probably.
Hi, Luther.
Hello.
I would like to know if there was a lucky lady in your life.
Or there any one of several you want to talk about today?
Right now, no. Right now, I like my W-4 form the way it is.
What's a W-4 form? Is that
it's your tax return form.
And these,
when you don't claim dependents and all of that, It's menial stuff.
Okay.
I was just wondering, are you planning on making any more duets, and if so, with who?
Yes. I do want to do a duet, and I've spoken to her about it, and we definitely have had ongoing conversations with Whitney Houston.
Yes. Hold on. Let me see. Maybe I don't know if it happened or not. I don't know why I'm getting so excited. Like, why did I get so excited? Like this is in real time or something. Yo, that was crazy. That was, y'all, get me together, y'all. That was crazy. Yo, I was like, for like 5 seconds, I was hyped, like, this is real time. Like this about to happen, like, next week or something. I don't know if Luther and Whitney have a lot of duets together. I know they have, that's what Friends Are For, but I don't know if they have duets. I'm trying to look right now. Let's go to Google. Because it might have just been music. But then 95, I think Whitney what's she doing? Waiting to Excel in 95? She was doing Waiting to Excel in 95, right? Yeah, I don't know if they have a lot of duets. So it might have just went through. It might have fell through. Yeah, I don't see. I was about to say, if there's any duets between Whitney and Luther, I would have known that. Yeah, like all they have is That's What Friends Are For, which we probably need to react to that, actually. I did do a reaction to like the video, but I need to react to the live version. So we'll probably do that later today. Okay. Damn, I wish they would have pulled through on that. Anyway, yeah, so
the girl is bad.
She's bad. Shout out Whitney.
Hi, Luther. Is it true that Here and Now was the most popular wedding song in 1990?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, it was one of the most popular ones since then, too. It's had long legs. They call them in show business.
Long legs?
Yeah, it means they last a long time.
Yeah, Here and Now.
Hi, Luther. It's a great pleasure seeing you here today, and thanks for coming.
Stay right up. There we go.
I just wanted to ask you, did you enjoy making the movie The Meteor Man with Bill Cosby, and is this the beginning of an acting career for you?
Yeah, I did enjoy it. To answer the first part of your question, I did enjoy Meteor Man a whole lot. It was a new and very scary experience for me. And my only concern in participating in that movie was to please the director, because I had no criteria for what was good, what ultimately looked good on the screen, none of that. So, I showed up in my purple jacket with my orange, purple, and green tie, and and I was sitting at the table with the gangsters, and they pulled me away from the table. They said, "Could you come for 1 second?" And I said, "What's the matter?" And they changed me into the dark outfit that you see. They said, "You look too much like Luther Vandross."
Yeah. They said, I can't believe they had Luther play a bad guy. Usually in that scenario, you would have someone that's so beloved play a good guy, but they actually had Luther play one of the gangsters. That was very risky that's probably a Robert Townsend call. Shout out to Robert Townsend in The Meteor Man, the first like live action black superhero movie. But yeah, I can't believe they had Luther. I can't really remember he was so menacing. Like I can't really remember his performance for it. I don't think he was given a lot, but what he was given, I think he did a good job. But yeah, I would have been interested. I mean, we're in a time to where, like I just said, Whitney is doing her thing in the movies. I still believe Michael could have just branched off and just did his own thing. Diana Ross was doing her thing. Lauryn Hill just starting around this time. Probably, I think Sister Act was a few years prior to this. So yeah, but I would have been interested to see Luther more in film. I don't think he really did much.
To put you in an outfit that's better, but I loved it. And as far as making movies in the future, you know, if someone invested that kind of trust in me, that I was right for a part that they wanted me for, then I would do it.
What kind of part would you love to do, though? If they said, okay, Luther, any part, anywhere, anything.
Yeah.
What do you want?
I wouldn't want to play a singer. I'd want to play something totally. I want to be a cross-eyed hatchet murderer.
What?
You know, just something that's totally different.
Something totally out of character or
Yeah.
something? Okay.
Oh, okay. So probably. Oh, okay. So then probably it was Robert Townsend. Again, I'm just freestyling. I might have to look it up, but it might have been a thing where Robert Townsend wanted Luther to maybe play a good guy, one of those roles, and Luther was like, I don't want to play. It might have been a thing where Luther was like, I don't want to play that. A cross-eyed hatchet murderer? Like, can you imagine Luther trying to be not a cross-eyed, but like a murderer in a movie? I don't know. I don't know if I can picture that. That's kind of crazy. Again, remind me to play that Roberta Flack Michael Jackson video. I'm counting on y'all. Yeah, I was just seeing if there was any interviews on Robert Townsend talking about Luther Vandross, or like a short or something. Don't you remember you told me you loved me, baby? Dirty back. I still can't believe he did that though. He really had him play the Golden. What was it? The Golden Lords. I think it was what a great name. If there was going to be a gangster, and there was going to be a gangster name, Golden Lords. I got that over like the Bloods and Crips. Like that sound way more fire. I'm just saying. Don't you remember you told me you love me, baby? Okay, my bad. I got easy distracted if you didn't know.
You made this for Luther. Did you design this too?
Yes, I did. It's a limited edition of 2, one for you and one for me. And that's why the pause in the back. I'm hoping you'll sign it for me because it's only for me and this is for you. And I spent over 30 hours making it.
Wow.
The fur is imported from France. He's got glass eyes and suede paws and suede eyelids and the suede tie because I couldn't find a leather one.
Okay.
And I really hope you find a place in your home and your heart for him.
I
because
will.
really
Thanks so
put a lot
much.
of work
Oh, that's very cool.
Wow, that's so dope.
Oh, here. I'll take it down. There you go.
Oh, this is great. Thank you.
That's so dope.
There you go. Well, seeing as people are giving you things and you need to get used to, kind of future. I'm sending my kids to live with you for the summer, just so you get,
Leave them at home, Deanie.
Nice try, Dee Dee. Okay, we have some more questions for Luther. Oh, here you are. Anxious.
Well, I just want to say to Luther that if Whitney's not available, I'm more than happy to do this.
Sure.
I'm just saying.
Thank you.
Do you get a lot of people coming to you with, do you get inundated with Luther, sing my song, Luther, please let me sing a duet with me, Luther, please?
Yeah, man, it's great. It's really great. it's sort of a, what do you say, reinforcement, of the impression you're making musically on people. And it's really nice that people want to sing with you or want you to sing their songs. I used to have songs before my first album that I wanted people to sing, and I know the feeling, so it's great.
How many songs did you start with that you narrowed down to these 10?
Right.
Or no, there's more than 10. There's 12.
13.
There's 13 cuts on this.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
They were actually about 30 when we stopped picking.
Wow.
And we chose these, based on texture. I'm a textured singer, so I have to be in good voice most of the time to sing these songs. I can't be hoarse or weather beaten,
Right.
So that's why these songs are a big challenge for the road. But I'll handle it. But it's nice.
Do you to take care of your voice because you go through so much? Do you work with it every day? Do you sing or how do you?
Not at all.
I can see you in the next movie as a ventriloquist, hatchet murderer.
That might be a different.
With a little Bruce Lee thrown in. No. But I don't. I do the things to prepare for a concert. Like when there's a concert, it means no ice water, it means no air conditioning, it means no cold drinks. And not a lot of excessive talking. I have to go on vocal silence before I go on stage. But other than that, no. I never went to
that's a great question to ask. What do you do before a performance? I would never thought to ask something like that. Yeah, that's a great question to ask. Okay.
Teachers or anything.
It's a wonderful album. We thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
What a great... See, these are the interviews I wish more artists would get. I don't know, maybe it was before, I know this is 95, but I'm watching all these Michael Jackson interviews and once it hit past bad, nothing was about the music anymore. Everything was about the rumors, everything was about the gossip. So it's so relieving to have an interview to where it's solely about the person and the music. Also, I got to bring this up. I have to. I'm sorry, Luther. I do love the fact that maybe it was a direction given to the interviewer, but she never once even tried to talk about Luther's weight outside of, you look great. I do feel bad. Again, watching the documentary, it makes me feel so bad for Luther because, first of all, he never liked talking about his weight. I'm actually shocked he kept alluding to it. Which maybe it shows the insecurity of his. But I didn't know his weight fluctuated. I thought he was big, then got small. Because I remember in the Kings of Comedy, Cedric the Entertainer set, him saying, I like big Luther, not little Luther. I'm like, oh, okay. So in my brain, I'm like, oh, he must have been big, this small. Because when I saw Luther in the late 90s, early 2000s, he was always small. So I'm like, okay. But I didn't know, his weight fluctuated throughout the years, which is maybe a cause to why he will have the health problems that he did, which might have caused his demise. Who knows? But yeah, I wish Luther, I think Jamie Foxx said it in the doc. He did actually say it in the doc to where, Luther, we did not care what you look like. We didn't get, that's the media. The media is always going to be the media. But we didn't, the people that love you, did not care what Luther Vandross looked like. As long as you're healthy, as long as you can get around and do your talent to the best of your ability, we didn't care what you look like, bro, at all. You could have had a green mohawk and wear polka dots all day. We would not have cared. We just love you and your talent. But yeah, it's just that was a very great interview. It's just relieving to have an interview to where it's not about gossip, about rumors. It's all about the music and the album. What a concept. But I did not forget about y'all. I said I was going to react to Roberta Flack and Michael Jackson in their song they did together. And that's exactly what we're about to do. So, here we go. Michael Jackson, Roberta Flack, When We Grow Up, 1974. With that being said, let's go. Look at young Michael. I think he's 17 here, 16.
and strong. Will I wear dresses that show off my knees? Will I wear trousers twice as long? Well, I don't care if I'm pretty at all. And I don't care if I never get tall. I like what you look like, and you're nice small. We don't have to change at all.
What a song. Okay, I'm about to get emotional. Let me chill.
When we grow up, will I be a lady? Will I be on the moon? Well, it might be alright to dance by its light, but I'm gonna get up there soon. Well, I don't care if you're pretty at all, and I don't care if you never get tall. I like what you look like, and you're nice small. We don't have to change at all. When I grow up, I'm gonna be happy. I'll do what I like to do, like making noise and making faces and making friends like you. And when we grow up, do you think we'll see that I'm still like you and you're still like me? I might be pretty, I might grow tall, but we don't have to change at all. I don't want to change, see, because I still want to be your friend.
That makes me emotional because it's like Michael went through so much, and the media try to make it to where they try to villainize and demonize him, trying to change him, when the people that loved him for just who he was. We didn't matter about vitiligo. We didn't care about if all his hair was gone. We didn't care about none of that. We just cared about him. So that makes me a little emotional. But we don't get out of that. Getting back to Luther Vandross. Yeah, I would probably say if I would have asked Luther a question after watching the doc, I'm trying to think, what question would I ask him after watching the doc? Probably, this might be over. I don't know. Probably my question would be, did he get to enjoy his success? Was he able to get to enjoy his success? They mentioned in the documentary how much he really wanted a Grammy and how it took him so many tries, I think like 9 times before he got it. But even with the goal of like getting a Grammy and things of that nature, did you get to at least enjoy the journey? Did you get to enjoy the success you had? That's probably would be my number one question. But also, again, shout out to Roberta Flack. We're probably going to do a reaction to her and Luther on stage together, probably right after this. But yeah, just it man, it's like you see all these great entertainers and actors, singers, and you don't think of what they're going through at home. You don't think about their insecurities or how much the media or TV gets to them. But these guys and girls are human beings, and we don't. Sometimes we see the money and the spotlight on them, and we don't think that these people are human beings. And I wish we did a better job of treating them as such. But shout out to Luther again. Such a great personality. I did not know that till watching the doc. It's not like I work for the company or whoever. I'm not. I love that doc so much. That's such a great doc. My mom tells me every day, I really love that doc. But like, comment, subscribe, share all the things are the things. Ain't gotta go home. Do gotta get to step in. Peace.
I know gold is not in her.